Well, we're playing Serious Sam 2. I actually did a video a pretty long time ago. I did a video about playing Serious Sam 2 on October. So, this is the screen I actually use. One of this is actually the FPS chart, and then that's the game setting there, and then you can go to here is you can have mods. This is Serious Sam 2 Revolution. This Serious Sam was 20 years old on October 11th, so it was a pretty long time. So it's actually, I think it's actually a pretty long time ago. And then you can do. Oh my God, the game sometimes. Occasionally this doesn't. Occasionally it exists like this. And then you can do. You can do this. So we have to try to do is sometimes the game glitches out sometimes, so we're gonna try to go to settings and we're gonna try to do this here, custom, no limits, full screen, and that's just it. And apply this, and we're gonna try to. The game occasionally had to boot it up sometimes, so we're gonna try to play Serious Sam 2. This is actually one of my time. It used to be called Serious Sam 2. A lot of people's played the modern games before throughout the years. It's a very highly recommended game. So it's like, so it's a pretty highly recommended game for sure. And then the game. Occasionally, it gets updated a lot. The game did improve. This game was actually a pretty recommend game for anyone to play. It is a highly recommend game. So because a lot of people... It's a very good game. A lot of people playing this game throughout the years. I don't disagree about this game. Occasionally the game janks out. Like, my PC sometimes break, but mostly modern PCs can get the game running very easily. So usually it's true. Most modern PCs can run this game easy. This game, Serious Sam 2, is a very good game. I never disagree. Some people felt like because Serious Sam 2 was actually built as like there was the original one, but once they made the game stop, when the game was 20 years old, I think Serious Sam 2 was actually 20 years old. Has been found. So the first game was actually 20 years old, and this game turned 20 years old. Actually, I think it was actually probably, it actually turned like 20 years old 4 months ago, so that's actually the real. The release was actually October 11th. And then we can go to profit setting. We go to, I think we need to go not network. Game option. Yes. And then yes here. And this is actually one that combo I like. This is because it's a combo.
Pass through the narrow canyon.
Yes, sir. Ma'am.
Well, this game is like very This is actually
I'm glad to see that teleportation didn't make you rusty.
Nice warm-up.
This game was actually highly recommended. This game is highly recommended because throughout the years, I have actually did a video for a while ago, and actually I probably made a bunch of mistakes throughout the years. It's okay. Making mistakes aren't terribly bad.
over the hill. You can use Dino to travel faster.
Come here, horsey. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay.
This game is the most addiction game because there was a Serious Sam 2 modification version instead of the base version. The modified is actually very fun. You can beat the game, but most times it's highly cheating. I do not recommend anyone do it. It isn't, because you can actually, like, sometimes when you actually custom suit that thing, it kind of has a little bit unfair difficulty. Sometimes the game is too easy to beat. Most people don't listen to this. Is one of the best games ever. 2 decades ago, because, well, that game appeared in the early 2005, and yes. This game was from the early 2000s, and yes. So this game was actually from the early 2000s, so I think it's about this one. So this game was from the early 2000s, so this game was actually won that best game in the early 2000s. It is a very good game. Like, we can go to this game is actually one that pretty difficult game, but it's also, people split this game throughout the years. I never hate this game throughout the years, but this game ran like very good to actually not bad at all. It's
Sam, go reach that monkey head and jump into its mouth.
I was afraid you were gonna say that.
This game didn't even have much. It was very smooth and short. Well, most modern horror actually nailed the game that they're using. It's a very good game. Like, the same way you utilize a little bit of like sync is a little bit decent seamless right a game.
You're the best.
So this game actually makes mistakes when you kill stuff.
Look at me. I'm a big dumb barbarian. I
Secret
have a god
rocket
called
launcher has
Trom.
been
He
found.
ran my
This
axe.
game is
Hi,
actually
remember
one
me?
of the
You'll
worst
always
games.
be my old love.
So this game is actually never the worst game ever. I say, in Metacritic, some people split the score pretty median to high in my opinion. So it depends. Not always the game in my opinion.
You take it easy. You take it easy.
So,
Magic axe?
Hey, make sure you.
What kind of fancy weapon is that?
fine.
I'm gonna go sleep.
So sometimes the game was a little bit medium, it depends. This game didn't even have achievements before, so I don't disagree. But Serious Sam 2 didn't have actual achievements, so I kind of remember this game. Well, when I played it before, when I got the game on
Sam,
Steam,
we need to find the Simba village and contact their chief.
this game is highly recommended. You can actually buy this game. It's a pretty good game. But this game, when after 20 years later, it changed everything. This was
The river
actually
looks too
one of the
dangerous for
most
swimming.
iconic
You should
games.
use the bridge.
But a lot of people rate it as pretty good. IGN rated it pretty nice. There's other does make the game pretty good. But this game is pretty solid on Metacritic. Not terribly bad in my opinion. I would never say this game is bad. This is a pretty good game. You can actually lose of HP in this game. This is not how
Farting secret has been found.
you can find a lot of good secrets in the game. Some people like different secrets, like a feature secrets. One, this game like this is a very good secret. One of the best single player game I actually like. So I actually did videos of before a couple of months ago. But this game is also one of the dope games actually
Let's go to the other side.
Acknowledge.
This game is actually one of the most best games. This is one of the most goodest games I actually like. This is a lot of HP. This game is actually a decade or so, a long time ago. This is actually a game that was a decade ago. So this is actually one that was a game. This is one of the most pretty solid game in my opinion throughout the years. I never had any issues playing the game because, like, for example, so this game is actually one of that best game in my opinion. So you can actually try to like well, you can actually, this is a very good game. So this is actually that you can make a lot of mistakes in this game. It's a very good game. I never see this game run bad. Most modern hearts can run it because when you got this game when you were younger, this is a game that requires delicate work. It doesn't require the best hardware in this game. You even need the best GPU for this game.
Secret item has been collected.
This is the one that this game. So this is actually one of that crazy game I actually never hate. But in my opinion, this is actually that pretty fun.
Be useful. Save the Simba's village from invasion.
Don't worry. It's done.
This is actually one that the animation reloading was actually very good. I don't disagree. Sometimes the animation of reloading in the game, so that's how the end the part. So we're gonna try to end this part of the game, but this is how the score and bonus. But it used to call it Serious Sam 2 Original, but then after 20 years, it calls it the Revolution version.